Well, hey guys, this is Les Hughes coming to you from beautiful Alabaster, Alabama today. My goodness, it just couldn't get any prettier than it is right now. Hey, I hope you're having a great week. And I want to talk to all you pastors for a few minutes if I could. I was just thinking today, with it being Holy Week and Resurrection Sunday coming up on us and Good Friday tomorrow, I was just thinking about all the blessings of being in ministry and how good it is to be around the people that we get to serve and serve alongside every day. And then I got to thinking about the pastors that God has put in my life and the men that God has put in my life that have really been such a blessing to me through the years. And it just got me thinking about some things I wanted to share with you because, every week and every year and every day has unique challenges, right? The challenges that we're facing right now because of the pandemic that's going on and some of the unique circumstances that's created. I mean, it magnifies it, but the truth is, it helps to be able to talk things out. And I'm so blessed to be able to pick up the phone and call other pastors that God's used to pour into me through the years and just to talk with and talk things out with and brainstorm and get ideas. And, just as it really takes the heart of a pastor in many ways to understand the heart of another pastor, in the same way that it takes the heart of a mom to understand the heart of a mom, or the heart of a granddaddy to understand the heart of another granddaddy. So pastors are a lot like that. It's a brotherhood. And what I sense sometimes in talking to people that are serving churches is that some guys are going it alone too much when there are so many people that God puts in our life that can help lighten the load and carry that burden some and talk with and laugh with or cry with. And so here are my thoughts, if you wouldn't mind just listening for a few minutes. I hope they'll be encouraging to you. I was just thinking about the people that God had put in my life that were pastors to me. And it is true that every pastor needs a pastor. Every single pastor needs a pastor. Unfortunately, because we tend to have our head down a lot of the times and our nose to the grindstone, we're shepherding other people, but we don't look to anyone to shepherd us. And every pastor needs a pastor. And I was thinking about the people that God had put in my life and how blessed I am. When I was growing up and even until the day that my dad went to heaven, he's been a pastor to me. Dad did serve as pastor of a local church, but he was a pastor to me too, and mentored me during some real essential and critical times for me, right up until the time that he went to heaven. Another person that God's put in my life is my father-in-law, Dr. Gene Henderson, who's been pastor now for probably 50 years or more, or around 50 years. And Brother Gene has poured into me and spoken into my life. And I think in both of those men, I was able to see them persevere because I've known them longer. And I just saw them persevere through the good days and the trying days and prosperity as well as adversity. And they've been great pastors to me. Another pastor that God put in my life when I was growing up was David Butler. David was my student pastor, and now he is on the mission field now, and he's a church planner and serves up in the northeastern part of our nation. But during some really key years for me as a young and middle teenager, when I was going through some real garbage and in many ways, acting very immature, David saw some things in me and believed in me in ways even when I didn't believe in myself, and encouraged me and even twisted my arms sometimes to make sure I was taking part in student ministry activities and going on mission trips and going to student camps, and the things that I look back on now and God really used in my life to grow me in enormous ways. And I just so appreciate that. Later on, God put a man in my life named Bob Russell. And Bob Russell was a longtime pastor or senior minister at Southeast Christian Church in Louisville, Kentucky. But Bob had a personality like mine. And so while I was sensing God calling me to pastor and to preach, I'd had these big larger-than-life figures that thundered when they spoke. And that wasn't my nature, my personality at all. But God showed me through Bob and through him mentoring me some that God created me with my personality and my unique gifts and skills and my voice for a reason. And that I didn't need to act or pretend to be someone else, just to be in Christ, be who God created me to be, using those gifts that the Lord had given me. That was a huge lesson for me to learn, especially during those days. In more recent years, God's used people in my life like James Merritt. James is a longtime pastor and now longtime friend. He serves the church in Georgia. And James has really helped me in terms of some decision making that I've needed to do, and really the more pragmatic sides of pastoral ministry, such as putting together sermon series and a preaching plan, getting way out into the future, so I'm not going, Friday and Saturday to Sunday, and there's a sense of urgency to that each week. And James came up beside of me, and he's really helped me in that area, as well as some personal things. So I don't know, who has God used in your life as your pastor, as your mentor through the years? Why don't you just take a few minutes and think about that and thank God for those people, thank God for that person, and be that person to someone else. Everybody needs a Paul, everybody needs a Barnabas, and everybody needs a Timothy. Who are those people in your life? So whoever they are, let's not take them for granted. People won't be around forever. Why don't you just take a few minutes and pick up the phone and call them and tell that person, thank you for being a pastor to you through the years, and thank them for allowing God to use them as a vessel. They're no doubt busy, but they've taken the time to invest in some ways in you. So why don't you just pick up the phone and have a conversation with them? I tell you what, you would both be blessed by that gesture. Hey, I hope you have a great day. And guys, if you don't have anybody like that in your life and you want to talk to another pastor, please feel free to reach out to me. I'd be glad to listen. I don't know if I'd have anything to say that would help you any, but I'll sure try, give it my best shot. But I can listen to anything. So feel free to do that if you'd like to, all right? Guys, have a great week and a great weekend and a blessed Resurrection Sunday coming up here in a couple of days. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.